My name is Chris, and welcome to the Camper Dan Files. It's Friday, September 1st, Labor Day weekend, and I got to run to the post office and drop these packages off, and then head to Walmart to get some last minute provisions for my trip this weekend. The only thing that could potentially get in the way of all of my excitement is this weather, guys. So I've had this trip planned for probably the last 2 months now. And you know, the weekend rolls around and I'm supposed to be rolling out and everything, and now it decides to storm. And not just here in Vegas, but more so where I'm supposed to be going. And the problem with that is, if it rains too much, they'll close the state park. So I'm playing everything by ear right now. There are flash flood warnings in effect for that region. So I don't know. I've even tried to come up with plan B's and C's. You know, I even thought about going in the opposite direction and heading south over into Arizona, but it's going to be raining there too. I planned on doing a 2-night stay, and I wanted to be comfortable and civilized, you know, having access to flushing toilets and hot showers. So I was hoping to get a spot at the state park, but I don't know. We'll see. So the plan right now is to get all my last minute errands and chores completed and try and get as much prepped and packed and ready to go, because I plan on leaving here tomorrow morning. So, and it'll be raining around that time here too, so that's gonna be another challenge in itself, but I'm ready. For those of you who have been waiting around for the awning install, this is actually the third awning that I've ordered. The first one was a YesCom. It was a piece of junk. Don't ever order one. I did order an ARB one off of eBay. It arrived damaged, and then finally I just said screw it, and I ponied up the extra few dollars and I went ahead and bought this unit off of Amazon. It arrived in perfect condition, and I can't wait to use it. So after traversing all the traffic that you see here and turning around a half a dozen times, I finally managed to make it to the post office. All I want to do is drop off 2 packages, but I mean, damn. And there's accidents everywhere. Man, I regret not coming out earlier. Just look at this traffic in front of me. It's so bad this guy's about to make an illegal U-turn and run into a tow truck. Yeah, it's nuts. All I want to do is go to Walmart, man. It usually takes me 10 minutes to get there. And then I seen a Camry and a GMC Envoy. The Envoy completely, mangled this Camry in the rear, and all the Envoy lost was his front bumper. All right, so I finally made it to Walmart, and now I'm looking to get my fishing license. I'm gonna get the 1-day fishing license, and I'll pay the extra $3 for each day that I intend to be fishing. I'm planning on fishing Saturday, Sunday, and possibly Monday. So I need it for 3 consecutive days. So that's an additional $9, so 18 bucks. So I got a few things, not much related to my trip aside from some fishing gear and some rock stars. But I couldn't procure my fishing license. Their register for that particular terminal was down. So what I'm gonna have to do is use plan B and get a fishing license online. So that's gonna be fun. But yeah, the sun is coming out now, thankfully. It's bad, guys. It is bad. Look at this Camry. That's a sinkhole that just opened up there. That is insane. Yeah, guys, it's not a game. I'm driving through a pond today. Look at this. Look at the sidewalk. You can't even see it. It's literally submerged on the water. Ain't I glad that my truck is lifted, huh? These sedans really shouldn't be driving through this stuff. This is insane. Oh, there's a rock. That's nice. That always helps. Yeah, you can't even see the sidewalk. When I left my house, I didn't come this way, so I had no idea that there was this much flooding right outside of my neighborhood. Oh, that's nice. Where I have to turn is flooded, so I'm gonna turn right here. I'm gonna go through this parking lot because I'm not driving my truck through all that water. That's insane. Look at this guy asking for it right now. All that water has to be going somewhere inside that car. Yeah, his whole front bumper, guys. That little Mazda 3 or whatever it is, his whole front bumper was submerged in that water. That's a huge no-no. You never ever want to drive your sedan or any low-profile vehicle through water like that. Standing water, it's not good. There's a rainbow. So maybe that's a sign that the rain will stop finally and hopefully not ruin my weekend. So now I'm gonna perform a little bit of a pre-road trip maintenance. I've already checked my coolant. Everything's good there. Check the power steering fluid. Brake fluid's good. So now we're gonna go ahead and change the oil. Now, we haven't even gone 3,000 miles on the current oil that's in my crankcase, but it has been a little over 3 months. So we're gonna go ahead and change it. But because my truck burns oil, I change it every 3 months just to better manage the oil consumption, if you will, if that makes sense. I still have to add oil in between oil changes. I typically add oil to my truck once a week, but I'm just gonna go ahead and change the oil now and slap a new filter on there and call it good, so that way everything's nice and happy for my camping road trip. Another thing that I'm doing too, guys, is checking the health of my battery. So this particular battery that I have, it's a Walmart brand battery. So I'm just gonna check this guy. Yep, still good. Looks like it's showing about 98%. There's the internal resistance, and it's showing 12.85 volts. And you can go even further and test the starter and the alternator, all that fun stuff. Like, we're gonna do that now. Let me see if I can get that in view for you guys there. All right, guys. Keep watch for me. Banking is normal. 593 milliseconds. At 11.36 volts. Just testing the alternator, showing at 14.6. Load testing. It wants me to increase the RPM. All right. Everything looks good. So this battery passed. If you're interested in this tool, I'll leave a link in the description box. This is something that my wife bought me for Christmas last year, and it's been a very, very cool, neat, and useful tool for me. Very helpful. One of the things that I like to do prior to me draining the oil, I like to actually get a read on the dipstick. I know for some this isn't going to make sense, but I just like to see how much oil I'm actually missing. So that's where we're at. You guys see that? That's low. And the oil's not too dirty, but again, we're gonna change it anyway. So right there, we're probably about I don't know, maybe a half a quart low, maybe more. But that's just one of the things that I do just to see how things are progressing. I also went ahead and checked my air filter. I change my engine air filter at least once a year, so that's still pretty clean. It doesn't even have any debris in it, which is awesome and kind of strange at the same time, because this truck spends a lot of time in the dirt when I'm camping. Pretty much everywhere that I camp is dirt type conditions. And then, of course, when we get the occasional haboob or dust storms here in Nevada. So I just went ahead and removed the splash shield here from the front end of my R50. I also have a few tools close by that I'm gonna need. My funnel and a new filter wrench that I'm using. So the filters on the R50s are very small. Also the same on my 5th Gen Ultima. And definitely the same for a few Hondas that I routinely do oil changes on. Cool thing about this wrench is when you turn, it actually presses into the filter assembly. So down below, we have our oil pan set up, and we have a cardboard here to catch any spillage, and we're gonna go ahead and drain some oil. So I usually do use a ratchet in most instances to crack the drain bolt loose, but as of late I've really grown accustomed to using open-ended box wrenches. I just find that it's a little bit more ergonomic. I just find that the bolt comes loose a lot easier using these. But you can use box wrenches or a ratchet. Either or will do the job. We're gonna try and do this and not make too much of a mess. I already got the drain bolt cracked loose. Now my oil catch pan positioned in what I think is gonna be an ideal location to capture some oil here. And there it comes. Yay, and we didn't make a huge mess. So I was able to get our filter loose with the use of our tool there. And there comes the oil. Ooh. Yeah, guys, it's just been intermittently raining. I'm really hoping that it doesn't get in the way of my plans, but as the day draws on, it really looks like it's gonna be a game changer for me. So we'll just let that drip momentarily. We'll come back, clean up the surface, and get our new oil filter on. Here's our new oil filter. This is the M1-110A by Mobile One. We're gonna go ahead and get the gasket lubricated on this guy with some oil, and then we'll go ahead and get it installed on the engine. So now we just got the new filter going on here. Just want to make sure it's nice and snug, and we're good to go. So we'll clean up the housing there. We'll clean our little oil drain channel here, and then we'll put our splash guard back on, and then we'll be ready to fill this thing up with some oil. And hey, look, my wife just made it home. Once our oil level was verified, we just simply went ahead and buttoned everything up. And like I said earlier, we didn't even manage to put 3,000 miles on this oil, as you can see. Now that's just great. Even more rain. Thanks for stopping by the Camper Dan Files. My name is Chris. If you've enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a like. And while you're at it, don't forget to share, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, keep using your Pathfinder as a Pathfinder, on or off the pavement.